Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this video, this is Sunaina once again. Welcome back to my channel. Now, I did say yesterday in my video that I would be doing an update later on, but then I was called to do this reading today for the Twin Flame Collective, both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. But these energies that I have received today, before I start on the reading for you, let me tell you, this is more towards the divine masculine, even though it's a collective twin flame journey reading that I'm doing. But the three card spread that I have got with three different decks here, and I have also used another deck as for the clarifiers in here, because I wanted to get some answers to the questions that I had asked my spirit and my guide to help me on this. Now, the first card, yesterday I did a reading for the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine in two separate sections, which showed their spiritual self, their mental state, their heart space, and the 3D energy. So today you can take that, the second part of the video, I would like to call that a second part of my video as the continuation of yesterday's video. So if you haven't watched it, you might want to go back and check on the energies that I have read out to you yesterday. Now, today I have asked for three sections here. The first is the union energy that I didn't have the time to do yesterday. I have asked for the karmic energy. The karmic energy, this is the first time that I'm doing this in my reading. I haven't touched upon the karmic before. But in this reading, I did want to touch upon the karmic energy in this journey. People who have the karmic partner as of today, in any form. It could be the spouse, the partner, the children, anybody could be a karmic situation in the case of the divine masculine. Less on the case of divine feminine, I would like to say, but it is at the same time, it's a collective twin flame journey, so it could be even the divine feminine who has a karmic relationship right now in any form. It could be, like I said, the spouse or the better half or the children, whoever is involved in the family situation. So that's a second part of the karmic reading here. And the third I have asked is going forward, the future energy in this journey that we all want to know. We want to see how things are going to shape up in the coming days, for the people in the collective twin flame journey. So over here, the first set that I have asked is for the union energy here. And before going forward, I would also like to say I've pulled up a love card and also a goddess guidance. And as usual, as I always do, I'm going to also show you the bottom of the deck that I have pulled up for each of these readings out here. So the first is the union energy of this twin flame journey that we are, as of today, November the 8th, going forward. Like I said, it's not time stamped, but it could be till November the 11th or the 12th, the 13th, or maybe a week later, whenever you choose, or you're called upon to watch this video out here to get a complete guidance on this reading that I have been able to do for you. Okay, so the first card over here for this twin flame union energy that I'm getting out here is the Six of Pentacles. Now, this is a vice versa tarot. So when somebody gets this card, or when this card comes up in the union energy, it says that your higher self is tapped into some noble intentions now. So it's both the masculine and the feminine. Since it's a collective energy, I would say it's both the masculine and the feminines. Union energy is tapped into noble intentions, which means that everybody, both of them, they want to have, going forward, they're thinking in a very noble way on this idea that, or on this journey that's happening right now. And according to the universe, when somebody gets this card, things should be able to flow smoothly. There shouldn't be any problems or hindrances in the idea, in the noble thinking. that both the divine masculine and the divine feminine are thinking at this point. Because if you look at the card, you can see the moon, the Mercury, the Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. They are all up there, in the card. So therefore it says that it is best to use these kind of resources that you are getting from the universe to the best of your ability, to be honest about this journey, to be able to support each other in this kind of journey, which is not um, easy. That's what I would like to tell the people who are listening out here. And also this card suggests that, since you are being blessed by the universe, you're being blessed by the divine timing is working for you. It is best to take advantage of this opportunity to be able to work through these areas of obstacles and hindrances smoothly. And it also shows that there are people out there in the world, both for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, who will get assistance if they seek for it. So people are going to support them in this venture. They will find confidants, good friends, associates, whoever it could be. They would find support in this kind of a journey from the outside world or from the outside places, because as I would like to say, the heavens are working for the union of this particular twin flame journey. Okay, so this is the first card that I have received here. Now, the second card that I have received here is also a card that comes up. It has come up before, if I'm not mistaken. But as of now, I see the card once again, and I'm just wondering, if this card is coming up for, if I consider this as a union energy, I would say again that it's coming up for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because it's a two of sword energy. But this two of sword energy in the vice versa tarot is a different story that it has to tell. It is kind of balancing between your material plane and your physical plane. If you see the two swords out here, you will see the one sword out here which is red in color, and which is the other sword is the one here, the blue in color. So it's, for me, it's, the way I look at this card is, it's not a choice between two people in the union energy, but it's a choice between balancing the inner conflict, the inner energies of both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, in the spiritual, in the emotional way that one needs to balance it out. Okay, so this is a very important card from the union energy point of view that I have received as the second card in here. So I believe it applies to both the people, the divine masculine and the divine feminine as well. Okay, now the third card over here is the Queen of Wand here. Okay, now in the vice versa tarot, the Queen of Wand energy has come up in the union energy. In fact, it's surprising that I have got the Queen of Wand energy even in the karmic reading as well. Okay, but in the union energy, it has also come up in here. And if you look at the card in here, um, I I don't like to say this is a beautiful card as such, but it's okay. I mean, there is nothing wrong with this card. It's basically the queen who is sitting on her throne that has been placed to overlook a statue. If I don't know if you can see, there is a statue out there. Okay, now the queen is pulled towards the unknown and the unknowable. Okay, she's being pulled, she's being drawn to find more excitement in her life. Her outer life cast out energetic strands that connect her to many people and to many things at the same time. Okay, but at the core of her heart, what she needs is silence. So that is why, if you look at the card, it depicts the person who is sitting on the throne has the energy to go out and do a lot of things. So, in this union energy, both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, they know that they have to do a lot more work right now, because a lot of work is still incomplete for both of them. The union energy has to come into place. But at this point in time, they're both sitting quietly. Okay, and that is the silence is essential part of this union energy. Now, this person, the Queen of Wand, her inner life is as twining and complex as the vines on her throne. So she has got vines on her throne, and therefore she requires a lot of time to think things over, to know things, to understand, to feel, and that's why the silence on both ends are required at this point in time as you are crossing this journey in the twin flame. Okay, so in both cases, both of you, both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, both of you all require to untangle to untangle the problems that is still. It's like it's like the 10 of sword energy. You're not the this is not a sword energy, but at the same time this reminds me of the 10 of sword energy. That is kind of giving issues because they're still hanging at your back. They're still there. They have not still disappeared in the union energy. So that is the reason why both of you need the silence to contemplate, to deepen your understanding, to think properly, to fathom, what needs to be done next, moving on from here and going forward into the future. So at this point in time, these three energies have come up in the first part of the reading. Whereas going forward in the union energy, I've got the Eight of Wand, but I've got the Eight of Wand in this side. I think I had received this card yesterday in my reading as well, in one of the places for the divine masculine, if I'm not wrong, or was it? Yeah, it was for the divine masculine, which is telling both in this part, for the union journey, it is telling both the divine masculine and the divine feminine that, things that have gone out, whatever you have sowed, you're reaping at this point, as above and so below. What goes around comes around. So this is the time, in both your energies, in the union energy, it is time to correct the places, to correct the situations that you know has you have not done the right honest part of it, or perhaps not knowingly, maybe unknowingly, there are certain situations still that needs to be worked out. And you don't want the, like I said yesterday too, this is Pegasus here. So you don't want the Pegasus, or you don't want the divine to come and do that for you, because if the divine throws his hand at this problem, at this correction, the results may be very severe. So therefore, it is up to you now, both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, for you, as you go and cross this journey, as you are crossing this journey, to correct this kind of behavioral pattern, to correct the issues, to support each other, so that both of you can work in harmony in the union energy. Maybe just a word, just a supportive word, a supportive gesture on both your part, both for the divine masculine and the divine feminine, will help to resolve a lot of these issues in the union energy. That's what I'm seeing here. Because if you want to go over to the next portion of your life, you need to get rid of these vines out here that has been kind of entangled at on your back, and you don't want these kind of energies to prick you through, or you want to balance out both the physical and the spiritual planes and the materialistic world, in every respect, the 3D and the 5D world, the 3D and the 5D, so that you can gain perfect balance and perfect harmony in your relationship as you move forward in every part of your journey. Because right now you are in a good place, you are being supported by the divine. So you do have the support from the universe, you do have the support from the 3D as well. If you wish to take that support and work because your intentions are noble, both the divine masculine and both the divine feminine, your intentions are very noble. So, therefore, there is nothing to get scared, of your intentions, because you're being supported. Because of your intentions being noble, you're being supported by the universe as well. But then again, as you cross through these hurdles, there are, of course, these energies that is coming up in the union energy, as I read out to you. And we don't want to see them back. So we want them out of the way. And the last one in the union energy over here is the Three of Wands, which is on this side of both the masculine and the feminine as well. Okay. Now, if you look at this card, this man is waiting. He's waiting. Okay. He's supporting the Three Wands and he's waiting for something to arrive. He's looking over the horizon. He's looking at a distance and he feels well prepared to meet it. So once these kind of energies are out of their way going forward, this is where the union energy is coming into. Okay. And it may also feel that for the other person, that there is an offer of some sort. It could be from you to the divine masculine, or it could be from the divine feminine to the divine masculine. There could be an offer that comes up, an adventure of some sort. But whatever that is going to come up is still at a distance right now, but it is coming closer. Your ships are coming closer to the harbor. So, therefore, whatever you are expecting or anticipating, the question over here that you should ask yourself is whether you are ready and willing to receive it. Okay, and if you are willing to receive it, what needs to be taken care to prepare yourself for the environment and for your existing enterprise. So this particular card in the union energy that comes up at the end of this, after all these energies, is a good energy according to my reading, where both of you are in the position to accept each other going forward, because it is steadily moving towards you. You are getting that feeling that it's coming towards you, and that excitement, the adventure. You are not scared of it. You're therefore standing and watching your ships come in, which is very good. So now the next question that I said is, if you're willing to accept that and accept not only the divine feminine as she is, or the divine masculine as he is, but even their responsibilities, that you both need to shoulder each other's responsibilities. You both need to understand each other's grievances, their grief, their sorrow, their happiness, their joys, their everything. So, this is a preparation card for the union energy that I can see going forward from here to the next phase of your journey. So, once you cross this threshold, once you cross these obstacles in your own way, this is where you're coming to in the union energy, and that's not going to take you very long. Okay. Now, this was as far as the union energy is concerned that I have told you. Now, the second part of this, as I have said before, is the karmic reading. Okay. And like I said, I'm going to repeat myself once again. It's the first time I'm doing it. So if it resonates with you, please take it. If it doesn't resonate with you, please don't take it. It is up to you as to how you look into it as I do my reading. But for me, I just look into the cards, whatever has come to me from my spirit and my guide, and I have no control over that. It is what it has been given to me and what I'm going to tell you. Okay. Now, as far as the karmic situation goes, the first card I got here is the Ace of Swords. Okay. Now, this card, once it came to me, I was kind of a little bit amazed to see this card. I did not expect this card to fly out. It's a card that has got double-edged sword. Okay, and on top there is a laurel, there is a wreath that's been topped on the top of the sword. It's a spiritual sword. Okay, it's double edged. Now the main thing about the ace of sword in this deck is, if you use it wisely in the right direction, there is every possibility that you will come out successful. But again, if you use it in the wrong way, on the wrong side of the sword, there is every possibility that all your um, efforts for this time, for this portion of time, or the time before that, may not really bear any fruit. So, therefore, you have to take care to use this in the right possible situation. This is one theory. The second part of this, and why it has come up in the karmic reading, is because it's both the divine, because it's collective. I'm saying it's both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Either one of them, whoever has a karmic, or maybe both of them has got karmics in many situations, they are getting through a clarity of the situation. Their third eye chakra is opened up, or is opening up, so that whatever they had not been able to see before, or whatever had been kept as masked from them before by their karmic partners, that is the situation that is clearing away with the ace of sword, because both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, whether it's the help of their spiritual growth, or their understanding, or their intellect, or their rationality, whatever the situation could be, that sword is giving the clarity of the third eye, that they are able to see things that they have not been able to see before. So this has come up in the karmic energy reading, which is, I mean, the only thing I can say is that I had been pleasantly surprised to see this card in here, okay, in the karmic energy reading. So, therefore, if you look at the card, there is a distant landscape, everything out here, but at the same time, the sword is flying over all that, cutting through all the things that did not serve them, cutting through the clarity of their mind, giving them the right directions, heading them towards the right goal, because that's where both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, they need to both come in together for them to have the three of wand energy out here in the union sector, and that's happening because of the ace of sword in here. The second one I have got in the karmic energy reading is the 10 of pentacle, but this 10 of pentacle has come in the reverse. Okay, now I, for this, because it's come in the reverse, I had asked for clarifications, and i got um, I got four clarifications here. Okay. So, for the Ten of Pentacle in the reverse, the first thing that comes to mind that I should let you know is that whatever he or she had with their karmic is come to an end. There is no happiness, there is no joy, there is no fulfillment, there is nothing over there, because the Ten of Pentacle is in reverse. The family situation is in dire state right now. Okay, for people, if it's resonating with you, you will understand what I'm trying to say here. But with the Ten of Pentacle card in the reverse, this is the thing, that everything that the divine masculine and the divine feminine had hoped that they would have with their karmic partner has come to an end. And it's come to an end because of the Five of Wand energy. There is conflict, there is a continuous conflict in the family situation. There is a conflict between the masculine and his karmic partner, between the feminine and and her karmic partner. So therefore, this Five of Wand energy is clarifying the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse card. Okay, in the situation. Then also there is a Four of Coins in here. This Four of Coin is not a good card at this point in time, because it shows that there is a lack of financial stability in the situation, in between the karmic and the masculine, or between the karmic and the feminine. Okay, there is a financial situation in the family, in their own lives. So this is what the four of coin is clarifying at the same time. Okay, then I have the ace of coins. The ace of coin is all about nourishment. It's a balance of spiritual, emotional, mental, physical nourishment that should happen in every family. But with this card coming up in as a clarifier, it is telling me that all those nourishments has vanished, and that is the reason why the 10 of pentacle is in reverse at this point in time with the karmic partner. And plus at the end you have the 10 of wand. The 10 of wand is getting stuck. So somebody, either it's a divine feminine or the divine masculine, because of all these situations, the 5 of wand energy, the 4 of coins energy, all these, the nourishment having gone out of their life, everything is happening, but they are still stuck in that rut. Because of the karmic situation, even though they know that there is no happiness, no joy, no fulfillment, no pleasure, no earthly pleasure, no material pleasures, no mental pleasures, no physical pleasures, whatever you might want to say with the karmic, that's happening at this point in time. Okay, so this is with the karmic read here. Now, with the karmic, I have got another card out here, and that is the world in reverse. Okay, so now if you look at the 10 of pentacle in reverse and the world in reverse, you would yourself understand why I have got these clarifications out here. I have got the sun in reverse. I have got the 6 of cups in here, where there is no joy, no fulfillment, no happiness, because the world is in reverse. And I've got the 5 of coins here, which is equivalent to the 5 of pentacles in the usual tarot deck that I read out for. Somebody is left out in the cold. Somebody is feeling very, very sad, very unhappy, because the world for them and the karmic is in reverse. There is no joy, no happiness. The 10 of pentacle card, the sun is in reverse. What more can you ask for? The sun is in reverse with regards to the karmic situation. The 6 of cups, even though it is like this, but the 6 of cups is suggesting that whatever the divine masculine and the divine feminine had done prior to getting into the twin flame journey, the probable happiness that they had anticipated would be there in their lives has vanished. And that is the reason they are being left out in the cold, the 5 of cups, the 5 of pentacles energy. They are feeling sad. There is nothing more they can do about it because the world is standing for them in the reverse. Now, in the karmic situation, there is the energy has kind of moved from what I just read out to you into the next energy of the Queen of Wands. Okay, and for this I had asked for a clarifier, and I've got the star in here. Okay, the star in here. So basically it is telling me that whatever the Queen of Wands energy depicts out here, it is because that energy is no longer there anymore with the karmic partner. The Queen of Wands could have been the person before all this thing happened, maybe for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That's how I look at it, because when I got this card, or it could otherwise also be that the karmic partner, because of all this situation, is being left behind, and the divine masculine and the divine feminine, in both cases, they are moving towards the Queen of Wands energy, and they also want the star energy. They also want the starlight now in their lives, if that is how I look into it, because of the 10 of pentacle in reverse, the world in reverse, being left out in the cold, the 5 of cups over here, the 5 of cups, the 5 of coins over here, all these energies, all the nourishment, all the equilibrium that is created with your karmic, has been created with your karmic partner, has all disappeared, has all vanished. So now the energy to from the karmic's place is moving towards the Queen of Wand energy, where both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, they either want this energy back in their life with the star in here, because they now know that there is nothing more for them that can actually happen in their karmic relationship, in their karmic partner's life. Okay, because everything that they had hoped for would come true as their wishes had anticipated before has completely vanished, has been eradicated from their lives. That is why the next energy I have got in here in the karmic energy reading is a Knight of Pentacles, which means to me it's the divine feminine and the divine masculine. The Knight of Pentacle is the slowest moving knight. So because I assume the karmic is still there, the divine masculine and the divine feminine are not able to move like the Knight of Sword energy. So that is why they have taken it slow. They are going to move, but they're going to move at their own pace. Okay, they are not going to rush forward. They are holding the pentacle, they are on the horse, they are reaching that place of union, but leaving behind the karmic. For them to move forward will take them some time in every respect, emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever you might like to say, financially, leaving somebody behind to go forward in the right direction for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. In either one, I'm saying it jointly because I'm doing a joint reading here, is taking them time. Okay, so this is as far as the karmic reading goes in this journey as of today. Okay, now, the future energy that I have received, they are quite a lot. Now, over here, before I progress forward, in the first union energy over here, the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands, where this person is carrying the burden still. That is why he is going to take time to come to this place. He is going to come, he is coming there, but because of this heavy burden on his shoulder, and once he thought that the statue that he has crossed by, he thought by doing this, he or she, whoever, has thought by doing this, somebody would call them a martyr, somebody would say, oh, they are big people, they have done a great work, they have suffered, but they have given so much to the family or to a people, whatever. They thought that they would become a martyr, by carrying this burden or carrying the cross on their shoulder for way, way long. But now they have crossed that statue, both of them, because both of them have realized that that has not brought any rewards to them at the end of the journey. And that's why, even though they are still carrying the load on their back, they are not the martyr anymore. They don't want the statue. They have crossed that statue and they have left that statue behind now. But because of that energy, because of this energy, that is, the throne is still saturated with a lot of problems, with a lot of twines and vines that is entangled. So therefore, they are still carrying on. But at the end, they will have to clear that. They have to clear that path, to come to their harbor, waiting for their ships to take them on to the next destination here. Okay, so that was the bottom of the deck for that particular union energy that I got here. For the karmic energy, the bottom of the deck is the devil in reverse. Okay, so even though the last card is that of the Knight of Pentacle in here, that is a slow moving knight, as I have said before, the devil energy in the reverse means that it is release, it's freedom, it's breaking off the bonds, the chains of slavery. Nobody wants to be a slave anymore. Nobody wants to be trapped in that energy of the devil of the devil. I mean, being trapped in that energy where they feel that entrapment, where they feel that bondage. They are kind of held hostage to any situation. So this, for this karmic reading, the bottom of the deck is the devil in reverse, and I was pleasantly, I would say I was happy to see the devil in reverse for the karmic, so that it means that both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, they want to break open and move towards. It's a release. They're calling for release of the self entrapment out here, or even situational entrapment. It could be anything for anybody over here. Now, in the future energy, like I said, I have got a few cards. I did not expect so many cards to come out, but the future going forward is the King of Pentacle, okay, which means that the person is now coming to a point of becoming financially stable. The king is sitting on his throne, and even though he's quiet, he's looking up at a distance, he's planning his next venture. He knows what he has to do to go forward financially, to accumulate the wealth or the material wealth that he needs for not only him or his or her survival, but even for both of them, even for both of them. So that's a good energy. The next one is the Six of Cups energy. At the same time, once this financial stability is a little bit more stabilized, they are flowing into the energy of the Six of Cups, which is joy, fulfillment. It's sorry, not it's sorry, I'm so sorry. It's not the Six of Cups. It's a Ten of Cups energy. Oh my God, how could I have said that it was a Six of Cups energy? I'm so sorry. So no, this is the Ten of Cups. So what they finally want in the future, and they are going to get it, is the Ten of Cups energy. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't mean to I say that, but it's a Ten of Cups. I think this is one of the best cards in the deck for the future energy to have come up. Okay. Then in the future, there is going to be a little bit more of a sword energy, is the Nine of Sword out here. So for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because of all these karmic situations, because of all these 3D situations, there is of course going to be a Nine of Sword energy, but at the same time, the best thing about the Nine of Sword energy is that the person is not letting the sword touch him or her. It's only a fear. The way I look in this card is this: going forward, both of them, even though they have managed to eradicate a lot of situations, still there is going to be a kind of fear that's going to be hanging over them. But at the same time, there is an owl that is sitting behind the swords, which means the owl is the nightly creature and calls for spiritual wisdom in releasing, in eradicating, in throwing away these sword energies out of their lives. But going forward in the future, this kind of a little bit of grievance, feeling hurt, all these kind of little bit of negative energies, fear. Basically, it's a fear that, I'm going forward, I'm pushing myself forward, I'm going towards my ships that's coming in the harbor, but at the same time there would be a lingering fear in both their minds about the next situation, if there is any obstacle that might suddenly be flung towards them, those kind of things. Okay. Again, in the future energy, now look at this. In the union energy, I've got the Three of Wand. In the future energy also, I have got the Three of Wand. So they are both sailing there. They are both going towards their harbor in the future as well. So what better it could be, in the union energy, it's a Three of Wand. In the future energy, it's a Three of Wand as well. Then I've got the Four of Swords, where both of them are going to go through the period of a little better period of rest and comfort. where the swords are hanging, but the sword is not touching the person. It's kind of forgiving people. It's kind of letting go of the past. There is one sword at the bottom, but the three swords are hanging over the person, but not touching the person. So it's kind of, for me, it's kind of saying that it's releasing the negativity out. It's releasing the fear out. It's releasing the sword kind of an energy out. And by resting, by taking time, by meditating, by understanding, by realizations, by self realizations, that these kind of energies are not going to bring in anything much. So these kind of energies are flowing into the future. I have also once again got the devil in reverse in the future energy. Both the male and the female, the masculine and the feminine, they both want to release. They both want to break away from the bondage. They both want to go forward because their ships are coming into the harbor. So they know that. So they want to be there. They want to be there at the right time to receive each other, to greet each other, to embrace each other. That's the kind of energy. Plus, the next is the tower. Now, the tower energy has come up after the release, after the devil energy in reverse, is because there is going to be something that will happen in either the masculine's life or the feminine's life. Because it's a joint reading, I'm taking both of them in here. Something is going to happen once again, and that's not very far away as I can see it. That's again going to bring the faulty construction down. So the tower moment had happened a little while before, and the tower moment after the pause in here, it's the calm before the storm, as I would like to say it. There is a tower moment, another tower moment that is coming up in the near future, in the future energy. So something is going to happen again for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine that will again bring down the faulty construction, the faulty pride, the faulty ego, the faulty, all the faulty things that they had been holding on, and that had been blocking the spiritual union for way long. This is a learning lesson. It's all karmic lessons. It's all karma that is kind of fading away slowly as days are going by, as weeks are going by, bringing the tower moment once again to eradicate, to completely vanish out all the negativity. Because if you see, these energies are here, but these energies are coming in before the tower moment. So the tower moment is coming up after the devil energy in the reverse. Okay, so which means all these energies are going to work out as and when, finally bringing in the tower, after which comes the sun in the future. That's excellent. I mean, the sun is the only explanation for my reading that I just wanted to applaud this, my spirit. I really want to say a big thank you to my guide for giving me the sun here at the end of this journey for the moment that I see. So whatever is going to happen in the future with the devil, the tower, with the 9 of sword, with the 4 of sword, with the 10 of cups, everything is good, mix and match of everything. But at the end, there is going to be a tower and then comes the sun. Okay. Now, in this deck here that I have used to read out the future energy, the bottom of the deck, as I have got it in here, is also very nice. It's the Ace of Pentacle. Ace of Pentacle. It's a beautiful card. It's a card full of sun, full of landscape, greenery, everything. It's joy. It's the Ace of Pentacle. Ace is always for me a new beginning. So there is something going to happen here in the future that's going to bring the tower again into the lives of the divine masculine or the divine feminine. And that's going to bring back the sun as well as the Ace of Pentacle in here, the start of a new beginning. And that is the reason I have got a love card here, which says children, okay, like I explained before. So something is going to happen with regards to the children in here. If it's only the children, it's going to also take in the family situation. Okay, so the tower moment, if I want to relate to this, the tower moment could be because of the children out here. I'm not sure. Again, if it resonates with you, it take it. If it doesn't, please don't take it. But this is how I look into it when I received this card, as the children who are coming in the way of this union at this point in time for either the divine masculine or the divine feminine. My thought process or my thinking, or I'm being guided to tell you, yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting. I'm being guided to tell you that it's the children, the tower moment has got something to do with the children. Okay, and that's why when I asked for the goddess guidance, it says Kali, ending and new beginnings. And that is the reason why I have got the sun in here. Why I have got the sun in here. So if you look into these cards in here, it's something, the tower moment has got something to do with the children. I'm pretty much, yes, I'm kind of getting this message that it is something to do with the children. Okay, and that will be eradicated in its own way. Okay, in whichever direction it goes, it kind of goes through. Okay, that will bring back the faulty construction based on the fact of these children out here, the faulty ego, the faulty pride, which was perhaps based on the children, and their achievement will crumble. Things like that will happen, according to my understanding, which is again happening for a reason, to bring back the sun. And that's why the goddess guidance is Kali, the ending and beginning of this journey. The old must be released so that the new can enter. So it's making way, the union energy, the karmic energy, and the future energy. All three energies that I have read out to you is making way for a new beginning. It's making way for this new beginning that's coming in very soon. So thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me. Um, I'll be back once again, maybe a few days later, to do something more. You never know. If I'm called to do a reading in the meantime, I might, or I might not. That happens in the situations, whatever situation calls for it. And however, I'm called to do the reading. But till then, take care and see you again.